So that was even better.
That was way better.
Yeah. Hi.
How's it going?
Super amazing and perfect.
I feel like I like our new little setup here.
Yeah, I like it like this.
You might hear a little bit of like cushion sounds, but
farts and gastrointestinal sounds as well.
That's what the third mic's for.
Yeah, a fart mic.
So what were your thoughts on the first episode?
I told you I just watched like a minute of it. I cannot watch myself. No, but I will. I think I'll just listen to it without watching myself, and that'll be better.
So was it the video that threw you off, or was it the audio?
Both. It's just like am I really real? Like, am I a corporal being that I can look at? Like, it's bad. But no, this is gonna be more podcasty than
open format. Talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, show my feet.
Show your feet.
Be barefoot.
Actually, do you have a wiki feet?
I don't. I'll do it today. No. Right now, today.
Yeah, that was your first cast right there on the wiki feet.
Please vote me 5 stars.
5 stars.
No, just because. Be honest.
5 toes. 5 out of 5.
Is that how you rate it?
I don't know. Should be
5 souls out of 5. I had a perfect morning because I probably took one of the biggest, fattest shits of my life.
Fuck yeah.
It was amazing. I had to lay in my bed for an hour after, like, really, like,
just contemplate
like,
life.
That happened.
Yeah,
it was
good for you.
Crazy. It was crazy. It was huge. And then, like, I feel like I'm a supermodel now. Like, I'm a skinny person
so
when I'm not.
You're not gonna eat anything.
Yeah, I'm never gonna eat again.
Keep the skinny going.
Photosynthesis from now.
Photosynthesis.
Yeah. I saw you last week.
I did.
Weekend.
Last 2 weekends, actually.
Last 2 weekends at Prickly and at Monarch. And 2 weeks ago, it wasn't that fun. I was alone. I think you were alone too. You were fucked up.
Which day?
2 weekends ago.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Estabas bien pedo. Well, según yo, you looked
surprisingly, because the second time you saw me, that was like my birthday weekend. So I should have been more fucked up. But
yes, and I hate when people don't make a big deal about their birthdays. Just make a big deal so I can make a big deal and know.
I guess the people that care do something nice, which is like all that matters, right? Like for me, it's just like the close friends, family, all that stuff. This past week or whenever it was, I wasn't feeling it. But I'm also 33, you know, like
33. That's a good number. Jesus Christ.
That's what everyone tells me. So is that like the
death?
Was
age?
That like when his best album dropped?
That's when he went platinum. That's when he went platinum.
He went plat.
Exactly. Yeshua.
When's your birthday?
August 9th.
Okay, so
97.
What are your followers called? Feet lovers?
My followers? No, I actually don't know. I'll ask them.
I feel like it's gonna be very foot driven though.
Yeah, definitely. But last weekend when I saw you, that was a good weekend. That was a good night in general. It was. I always hear people call Prickly boiler room, which always makes me laugh.
Kind
I'm like,
is, yeah.
Like,
especially when they put the desk or the DJ set. Like, in the middle.
Yeah,
I like it.
It was fun.
The staff doesn't like it because it's more to clean up, from what they tell me. But I mean, I have a blast.
Yeah, I had a blast.
You definitely have a blast.
I had a fucking
like you have
blast.
like a crowd of people just like surrounding you, like just gravitating to like Ethel.
And I'm just like, but it's very, very fun. I went to Monarch and Prickly, like I was bouncing around. Dude, at Monarch, they were playing Juan Gabriel. They were playing Italian disco. They were, cool. Oh my gosh, I was having the fucking time of my life. And on both sides, there was a bunch of people I knew, surprisingly. So I was like, oh, hello to everyone. And it was good to see everyone. Saw people that I hadn't seen in a while. I went with one of my best friends. I actually drank a little bit before I got there, which I never do. And I got so fucking drunk before that I stopped drinking and I had to sober up because I'm obviously like pretty extroverted, but when I get drunk I become like an introvert. I become like a rock.
Introverted?
Yeah.
Is it like you get self-conscious about it?
No, I just don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to be around people. Like that's why I like to drink alone at my house and sing and stuff.
So you pregame? Okay.
No. I don't like to be drunk when I'm out.
Drink alone. See, but that's weird because not weird. That's just completely different to me because I don't like to drink alone. I'll have wine, maybe.
I love drinking wine
but then I only like to drink in company.
Okay.
Like
so you want to have a drink
I'd rather
right
smoke
now?
alone. Okay. I don't like to smoke like with other people.
Yeah, it's not a very social.
I'm in like my head, and I feel like everyone's judging me. So
I feel that too. Well, if I want to have a schizophrenic mental breakdown, I'll smoke.
Just a casual.
Yeah, a casual one. Casual.
Isn't smoking really bad for people with like schizophrenia or bipolar?
In their genes? Yeah. I for sure have something like that because it does not click with me. It used to be amazing for me when I was I started smoking when I was about 13 and then 13, 14. And no, that was me like retiring too.
So you had been smoking already?
No, I had been doing drugs since I was like at around 10.
Oh shit. You want to share that?
And then,
You want to share some of that?
Sure. I remember the first time I did drugs, I was rolling. I did ecstasy.
How old?
And my mom caught me. Old? I was 10 or 11.
How the fuck did you get your hands on ecstasy?
Oh, dude, please. It was around 2009-ish, so 2007, 2008. Yeah. So Obama. Come on. Everyone was like, party. Yeah, like people in my middle school were like ODing and shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like it was crazy. But I started doing drugs because I was like, ecstasy is not a drug. It's just a pill like for a headache. Yeah. Yeah, and like 2 hours go by and then dude, the first time I rolled, my mom caught me, and then I have green eyes, so my pupils get like, it looks like tiny. It looks ridiculous. I look like a cartoon. Yeah. Like an alien cartoon character. Dude. I'm like in another planet.
But like, was this someone else influencing you? Was this you just being like, I want to try it?
I wanted to try it. I wanted to do it. And
where do you find a dealer? How do you at 10 years old? Like how?
No, dude, I've always been like really crazy, and I had some friends in middle school that wanted to try it too, and they were a little bit older too, and we would all hang out like at Oasis. Oasis.
So you're tripping balls at Oasis.
I was tripping balls at Oasis, and I was like, I remember everything perfectly. I remember my body just disappearing, and I was just a brain walking. Oh my God. It was so weird. And then the moon was like a wanting gibbous, and it was like connecting a ray of light to my brain, and I was just like a walking brain connected to the moon. It was insane. Then I sat down, and I was like with my friend, like touchy-feely and stuff. We never were like that, but we're like like I want to make out with her. But no. And I did a bunch of drugs kind of and then I stopped, and then I started smoking, and I smoked for like half a year or a year without ever getting high. Whoa. Then when I was 14, I got fucking faded as fuck. Yeah. And then I smoked all 14 and then almost all 15, I think. Okay. Years old, and like I have a lot of stories about that too. But then it's I got on some meds because I wasn't doing well mentally. I got on some meds, and then I stopped smoking because it just stopped clicking with me. I was like having heart palpitations. I would have like some type of anxiety or panic attack, and I felt like I was this like weird alien princess stuck in a prison planet. And like I was like, am I schizophrenic? Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever had any episodes that like?
I think so, yeah. And
like
actually
or what do you?
Yeah, I actually went on schizophrenia meds.
Okay.
That I remember. Yeah, from Juarez. And after that, I'm like, I'm not gonna smoke anymore, and that's it. Like I never really smoked. Yeah. I tried it once again when I was 18 in LA. It was okay.
I feel like a lot of people that smoke at a very young age tire out from it like very fast. Yeah. A lot of people I know that smoked in their teens or even young, mostly teens, they burn out by like early 20s. Like, yeah, fuck that. Like it's not. I don't know. Yeah. For me, I started late though. I started like early 20s.
Oh, nice.
Or like mid 20s, yeah.
Yeah.
So it took me a while.
And you do it like to get in a creative space and stuff?
If anything, it honestly, it's the most therapeutic thing for me at the moment, because it really just kind of helps me zone out, but also like zone in on the right things. So the things that are kind of like daily bullshit, just whatever, I stop thinking about those. Good. But then I start thinking more internally about like what I'm doing, who I am, where I've come from.
Introspective. I love
like
that.
It really is a therapy for me in a lot of ways. Like that's why I like doing it alone. But if I'm coming back from like a night out, I'm not gonna lie, I like to get crossfaded, and I just like party at home like alone, you know. Fun. Yeah, I'll just put on music, and I'm just like,
and have like a good little head change and be drunk, and I'm
very comfortable with weed, which is strange because I have more hyper energy than anything, and weed is very mellow. I guess it balances me out. But
if I were to smoke, I could only smoke a sativa because an indica would put me in a mental hospital. Yeah, I prefer it too. No, yeah, definitely. I would definitely have to go admit myself.
You just get in your head and you get lost? Or?
Yes, it's very intense, and it would take me like at least a month to get back to normal.
No way.
Yeah, even if I take a little puff. But I want to start trying to see if I could like just check it out again because maybe it would be beneficial. I do like it.
Yeah.
And I am like you said, I'm a very big picture thinker as it is, and I always think about I think about daily things as well, but also eternity every second. So I have to keep it balanced, and I think that would be a good way to start doing that again. There's actually something I wanted to bring up before I forget.
Sure.
So my friend Aspen, shout out Aspen, you would love her. She's been my friend since middle school. She actually told me in middle school I didn't want to be your friend because you looked crazy and like a drug addict.
You looked crazy.
And like a drug addict.
You were a drug addict.
And
but you looked crazy.
Yeah. She was like, I thought you were a junkie. She told me this recently. I'm like,
thanks.
But we became friends.
Thanks for staying friends.
Yeah, we've been friends.
That's a real one, actually.
She's a
thinking
real one.
That's fucking.
Yeah, she gave me a chance.
That's cool.
No, yeah, we're still pretty close, and I love her, and she's so fucking hot.
That's her name.
Aspen.
I like
and I hope we don't get killed. And she actually sent me this Instagram meme of this man that was like partying estaba como en un baile, and then a jeep runs over his foot.
Oh, I have seen
this. Yeah, and then he's like, "Ay," and then they put that song "Me duele la pata," and he's like singing, like dancing cumbia and shit.
And then after he's still being dumb, like moving his legs.
Yeah, he's like janky and shit. I was like, thanks for reminding me that exact same thing happened to me when I was 14.
Shut up.
So I wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
So it was like it was gonna be Halloween weekend. And then it was Marco Carola. It was rave, and he's fucking badass. And yeah, I was 14, and it was like full of people that I knew. Then when I was leaving, I remember I was with my friend Alejandra, and we were walking through the exit of Bucanas. Yeah. That
was a fun spot.
Yeah, the ghetto. And we were walking through where you walk to get your car in the parking lot. So we were all exiting, migrating, and I was walking, and as I was walking, my right foot just started feeling a ridiculous amount of pain, and I looked back, and there's a car on my leg.
Your full leg?
Like right here, like that, like the tires.
You don't.
That.
How do you
and
not?
I was like ah, and I collapsed, and then the back tire runs over me again. Oh, fuck. And I see
this
these
car
people,
doesn't stop. Like they don't feel a thud. Like a.
No, they were laughing and having fun, and I think they were fucked up. And I collapsed, and I'm screaming, ah! And then, so I hear someone say, "Get the plates," and they just peel off.
Get the plates.
And I was like, ah, screaming on the floor. Like I almost passed out of pain.
Oh shit!
It was so fucking painful.
Did you break
dude.
Like your leg or?
So it was completely black and like bloody.
Yeah.
And then they lifted me, and I remember they put me in the back of a truck, and they were checking me, and I was like, oh my god.
Were you tripping balls doing this?
No. I was already sober by then.
Okay.
And then.
Yeah, that would have been even more fucked up if that happened while you were tripping.
Dude, it was so sad. Like, I felt sad.
Yeah.
I was like, I got run over. They got my bitch ass.
Finally.
And then, I was like, those bastards, they finally got me. And I was really worried that I was, like, super late to get home because my mom let me stay out till, like, 2. And if
14?
Yeah, and then... Oh, since way earlier.
Bro.
And if I got back home after 2, I would probably get in trouble and she wouldn't let me go out or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be so mad. So I ended up getting home like at around 3 because I had to get carried, and they're like trying to clean me up. And I'm telling you, it's black.
Yeah, sure.
If I could find a picture, I'll post it.
Yeah.
Black. And I had my hair color was red, like an apple, like the Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I had red hair, and I like looked insane when I got home. Like 2 strangers were carrying me when I got home, and my mom would open the door, and I remember her being kind of mad, but then she looked at my foot and she was like, I already knew something had happened. And I was like, yeah. I went to bed and somehow I managed to fall asleep.
So she didn't want to take you to the hospital?
No, fuck no. Dude, unless my head was chopped off, she wouldn't take me.
Bro.
So I somehow fell asleep, and then I remember like falling asleep crying. And my sister,
as you should after you get home and don't get help.
Exactly. My sister came into the room, and she had like a Nintendo DS, the 3DS, and she took a bunch of pictures of me. And she drew DS? Yeah, she drew hearts, and she was like, "Get well soon." And I'm like, "Bitch, I got ran over." Like,
do you have that? Do you have that picture? That is honestly, that should be the cover of your podcast.
So I'm like this
with like, a little "Get well soon" with the black leg.
Dude, and then the next day, it was like my mom didn't take me to the hospital the next day till like 4 or 5 p.m.
Okay.
I had a photo shoot with my broken leg. I was like this, and I'm like doing a sad face, but it was black, Mike. Like my leg was black. It wasn't black because of the tire. It was black because of how bruised it was, and it was bleeding as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have a dead ass foot.
Yeah.
And then she ended up taking me to the hospital, and then they told me that I fractured this like piece of my bone that allows me to grow. So they told me you're not gonna grow much from this leg anymore. I went through a
similar thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it right now.
Yeah. And then I wore a boot, and then I had crutches, and then it was Halloween weekend, and I had my costume tailored. I was a Little Mermaid. So obviously I wasn't gonna obviously I wasn't gonna waste it. I had my costume on. And I went out like that, like the little slutty mermaid that I was, with crutches and my red hair and my boot. And then,
I mean, if you lost your foot, it would have been even better. It would have been super on brand.
Dude, it was very funny, actually. People were like, oh, is it part of your costume? And I'm like, fuck you, bitch, I got hit by a car. But I actually took off my my boot too early, and I didn't let it heal right. No. So it's still, like, dead right here.
Did you grow?
Right there. Like, all right here.
What do you mean dead?
Like, I can't really feel it. I can feel it. And this one I could feel it completely. Oh, yeah. So I did it, yeah.
Wait, so how did you not grow, like, at an angle?
I did. I'm kind of at an angle really currently.
Did you really? I want to see. Be as straight as possible. Which way?
I guess it's like this.
Okay.
But, I mean...
Could be worse.
No,
it could be worse.
Really
no, because I went through the same thing. Not the same thing. I didn't get run over while I was rolling or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's over here. So I don't know if you can see, but I have like that scar there.
Yes. I was looking at it.
So when I was in 7th grade, my family went, like my full family went to ski, what's it called? Ski Apache? Like the skiing resort or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to ski. I don't know how to snowboard. I think I'm traumatized from the snow because of this. But we went snow tubing, and they have some good sized like slopes, some little kid ones that are, they're respectable size, but then the bigger ones are like a few stories high, and they're like super steep, right? So we had fun. We were just going up and down. We had our tubes, whatever. Well, one of my cousins finds, the one that I live with actually, he finds a huge, it's basically a raft. It's not even a tube. It's literally a water raft that can hold like 8 people, right? Mm-hmm. So of course, as kids, we're super excited. Like, oh my God, everyone needs to jump on this. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. So my cousin, his little brother, my other cousin, and their dad, rest in peace, we all took it up the mountain and take it up to this dude. He sees us like some high school kid. He's like, I can't let you guys down on that. And my uncle's like, what do you mean? Like, these kids just dragged it all the way up trying to make this guy feel bad. Mm-hmm. You mean these kids brought it all the way up here for you just to tell them they can't go down? And he's like, fine, whatever, just go.
Fuck.
Bad idea. Horrible idea. So I'm in the middle. My uncle's in front. I'm sorry, my uncle's in the back. My little cousin's in the front. And we go down, and as soon as we go down, it feels like, honestly, it was like we were flying. It was stupid fast to where like the kids were all having fun. We were in middle school more or less. My uncle is freaking out. He's in the back, and he's trying to like dig like with his hands because he realizes how fast this is going. Yeah. And at the very end of this slope, there's a mound of like snow that nobody ever touches. Like, they don't even get close near, to it. Yeah. We ramp off of this thing.
Oh my God.
And hit the floor sideways, and thankfully there was like this tiny little fence that was like 3 feet tall or whatever, and bounce on the floor, and everyone just kind of flies towards the fence. Thankfully there was a little fence there, because there's like a whole like arroyo like in the back of that, so we probably could have like just died, honestly. And I hit my face like head first, and I had braces, so I thought my teeth were gonna fall out. And now looking back, I realize my jaw is crooked because of it. I just never
fix it.
I had no idea until you know what, when I started doing videos, people would talk shit, and they're like, oh my God, what's this dude doing with the crooked face? I'm like, I don't have a crooked face. And I see the videos, I'm like, I have a crooked face.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
On video?
Like, I even went to like orthodontist or whatever, and he said it's off by like so many millimeters, 13 millimeters, something crazy.
Crooked face.
Anyways, I thought my face was gonna fall off.
And your foot.
Well, the thing is, I didn't even realize I hit my foot until I tried standing up.
Oh, Dios mío.
So when I stood up, I immediately collapsed, and everything just kind of went white for a bit. Mm-hmm. And again, like you, they put me in the back of a truck. Mm-hmm. Like they just helped me get over there, and went to the doctor. He told me my growth plate was fractured. It was like a hairline fracture, very small, but thankfully this guy was like a super advanced specialist in like ankle stuff. Because I guess he worked with like UTEP. He was like their doctor. Mm-hmm. Dr. Alas, I think. Shout out. Kept me from being from having a little limp foot. But yeah, he was saying like I'm at an age that is so dangerous because I was 13 at the time, more or less. So that's when especially boys are like really growing super fast at that time. So he was telling me we need to put a screw in that growth plate now, or you may start growing off. Like for the rest of your life. And that's terrifying, as a kid to hear, as a parent to hear 100%, that's scary, but yeah, we survived.
And you got a screw?
Yeah.
You're screwed up?
I'm screwed up.
Wow.
That was the first time I got screwed.
That's cool.
13.
I was 14 and I guess they didn't give a fuck enough. They're like, you're fine.
That's why I'm surprised you don't have like a peg leg or something.
Wow, yeah. I should have gotten a screw.
Yeah.
I want to get screwed.
I'm no doctor, but
I would have been taller.
Maybe.
Could have been a model.
You can still be a model.
Fuck my life. No.
You're a
so
model.
short.
Right?
I'm not really. I'm just a exhibitionist.
I like that.
I really am.
Yeah, an artiste.
I guess. Whatever.
What do you want to be?
What do I want to be? I want to be nothing. I want to be rich and off-grid.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Now how do you get there?
How do I get there?
Mm-hmm.
I guess buying property.
Okay.
Yeah, starting a little cult or something. I've been obsessed with this show, Indian Matchmaking on Netflix.
No,
have you fucking seen it?
No.
Dude. Okay.
Is it like Bollywood stars or something?
No. It's normal people that from like, how there's caste in India? There's from different caste backgrounds and like, okay. So it's this woman named Seema Auntie. Every Indian older person is your auntie or uncle.
Right.
So she's the Seema Auntie.
Cute.
And she's from Mumbai, and she finds a lot of young people that are trying to get married and pairs them off extremely well. Okay. Like it's called biodata, and then she
goes that far?
Yeah. And she does horoscope.
Okay.
Likes, dislikes, education, everything. And they all are trying to get married eventually, so it's like serious. It's not like fucking around or Tinder or whatever where you just want to fucking suck and fucking suck. Yeah.
I love Tinder.
And get sucked and fucked.
Yeah, that's what it should be called. Suck and fuck.
Suck and fuck. We should do that. We should make a dating app called Sucking and Fucking because that's what people want to do.
I mean, that's what humans want to do. So with this show, you have to be ready to like get married. Is that the goal?
Yeah.
You have to be.
Yeah, because it's like so in India there's only two types of marriages. Marriage, which is an arranged marriage, or love marriage. So if you marry someone out of love, it's called a love marriage. And if it's just an arranged marriage, it's just marriage.
God, imagine an arranged marriage.
Yeah, dude. I started learning more about it.
That happened to last, don't they?
Yes, dude. They're like 40, 50 years old. They interview them. Yeah. They're like laughing, having fun. They're like, I cannot picture a day without this person. And I'm like, damn, like, there's people that really love each other. And then they, like, the two families merge and they better society. And it's like a whole other way of dating and thinking about love.
So I have a question for you on as far as your point of view.
And sucking.
Fucking and sucking.
Yes, ask.
So like with dating specifically, do you have like certain parameters or like check boxes?
Oh yeah, I wrote a whole list.
That the dude or girl or whoever you date like have to go by, or is it like a loose list?
I have a very long list that I wrote a couple of months ago, and it's funny because this guy that I was talking to took a screenshot of it. Okay. It was like I almost have all of them. But yeah, I wrote a list. Yeah.
I almost got all the gems.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like,
don't, bro. That's
chill. Sorry. But no, I don't want to date. I'm not interested in dating. I'm not interested in fucking or sucking.
I'm sorry.
But
my condolences.
That's what I know. I know it sucks because I do want to get dick down, but I can't have casual sex, and I'm not looking for anything serious. So you see my conundrum.
Yeah. Then what does that Where does that leave you?
It leaves me celibate and abstinent and just
forever
by myself. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not interested in anyone really that I've met, or like I don't picture myself ever getting married ever. Picture myself alone and happy and free.
Okay.
But I mean, it's very hard for me to have physical attraction to men.
To men.
Yes, to women it's easy, but I don't think I would
date a woman.
What about
dating? Okay,
I wouldn't think I would date a woman.
Yeah, that sucks.
But with men, it's very hard for me to have a physical attraction, and when I do, it makes me crazy. But
when you do have that attraction,
yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it makes me like hormonally crazy. Like, oh my gosh, like that's delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah. But yeah, I have my list is like, personality wise or whatever, I want to be with someone that prioritizes my happiness, because I've never had that. Like, oh, you want me to be happy? That would be so nice and cool, and so many more other things.
But do you attract the toxicos?
Unfortunately, I have, because I've had very low self-esteem before, and then like when I stand up for myself, this is something that I was kind of like thinking about a lot, because I'm very easy to cut off guys now when we're talking, and I don't know if I'm being like strict or good to myself, or if I'm like being too maybe antagonizing or maybe self-sabotaging or something, because even a little thing that they do, I don't want to talk to them anymore, and I don't know if that's good or bad. So
it's a very sensitive, fragile window that you give them.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I think that you're not the only one though, because specifically with women, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like you have much more of not the control, but just the say in if the relationship happens or not.
Like, exactly. I didn't know that till now,
because I mean that's just what I've seen being a guy, right? Like I know it's all about having her feel comfortable with you, with hanging out together, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, the commitment part of it really does come from that final say of like the woman. Because most guys, if they're attracted to you,
no, I don't agree now. Okay. I thought you were saying something else. A relationship will only work if the guy wants the girl.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter how much I love and adore you. If the man doesn't want to be with me, he's not gonna be with me.
Be with you, or just be with someone?
With anyone.
Okay.
But if a man loves and adores a woman, he can convince her and keep her happy. Yeah. And that's all it takes.
There's truth to that. I mean, because like right now, like I said, I'm 33, right? So I've been single for 5, maybe 6 years now. Nice. Something like that. Nice. Part of that was the pandemic, so I don't really count too much of it. Because you couldn't do shit, right? You couldn't suck, you couldn't fuck.
You could suck and fuck.
I mean,
get tested.
At first, not really.
You didn't suck and fuck when you were
during the pandemic? I did a little bit. But it wasn't as...
A little fucking and sucking.
Just tiny sucks.
Yeah.
Tiny fucks, tiny sucks. But it wasn't... I think because, I don't know. The types of girls I was talking to were very strict about the whole...
Yeah, I would have been,
just everything, right? And then also there was like, especially in El Paso, a lot of the women you date here are mothers. So they have their kids to like worry about, you know? It's not their fault. And they're only with their kids, so it's also like their kids couldn't go to school.
Dude, it sucks that it sucks to be like part of that demographic. Yeah. Like I don't really consider myself too much into like the baby mama archetype.
But you got a baby.
But I am a baby mama. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, huh?
Honestly, El Paso is the land of the milfs. You will never find more beautiful mothers in this land. I swear. Never.
Oh my god.
No. Especially after moving, disgusting. I realized it pretty quick.
You disgusting. We are mothers. We have children, and you want to fucking suck us? You want to fucking come on our faces and get spunk in our eye and have us like, and like, you nasty ass motherfuckers, literally.
Well, not you, because you're celibate.
Yeah, not me. You're not fucking and sucking me. You're not fucking and sucking me, but you're all the other milfs, you nasty motherfuckers. Yeah. Just the other just kidding. It's fine.
They love it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like sex negative. Fuck everyone you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sucks.
Yeah. Single mothers.
When's the last time you met a dude that actually checked off the boxes and like you were super into? How many years ago? Or months or weeks or dog years?
Do I have to say? Just kidding. Unfortunately, couple months ago.
Okay.
Kind of.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And I did suck and fuck a little bit.
Okay.
Just once.
Liar.
Just once. Because out of town. Always out of town. Never from El Paso. Not even my baby daddy's from El Paso.
Really?
Yeah. He's from LA. Yeah, no, I would never date anyone from El Paso. Are you serious?
Is that because of how, like, close everyone is?
Yeah, first of all, I don't want anyone to be able to just pop into my house or something. And then also they're gonna be hoes. If they're from El Paso, they're gonna be hoes. Unfortunately,
that's every city though. You just find out about it faster here.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
Like in the sense that like they probably already fucked all my friends. Yeah, 3 times in a row. And then with guys from other cities, at least it's like, oh, you're a fucking hoe too. But at least I don't know the girls you fucked and sucked.
It's more mysterious.
But, yeah, no. I fucked and sucked. Haven't fucked and sucked this year at all.
Is that your resolution?
Not necessarily, but yeah, it was
just 2024 coming in strong.
Yeah, with a wet ass pussy.
Just WAP 2024 WAP.
No one can even look at. Oh. No, but
sorry.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate because I love sex. Obviously, everyone does, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm a fucking nasty ass, freaky ass bitch.
Nice.
Yeah, like I'm disgusting. Like actually disgusting. Like way more than anyone probably thinks.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll let you dive into that if you want, but
yeah,
that's up to you.
Just like if it's gonna be like the first time that I sleep with someone, it will probably be a little bit more normal-ish because I'm like getting to know them and I don't feel fully comfortable. But once I feel comfortable, like I have like kinks and fetishes and stuff, and like, for example, a very normal one, a very general one that I know most of my friends have, or a lot of my friends have, is a breeding kink. I want to be bred. Yes.
How so?
Like, I want to get pregnant and come in and be a little...
Breeding kink? That's what that's called?
Breeding kink.
That's not just like...
Sir.
Carelessness?
No. No, actually, talking about my friend that I was mentioning earlier... When I got pregnant with my daughter, because she was planned and everything, and I was like, I was gonna be with my ex forever. Yeah. I told her that when we started trying, like, I've never been so fucking horny in my life ever, and I realized it's because I have this kink.
I can see that.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I mean,
so is it
maybe it's natural because I'm like Mexican, and like I'm like genetically made to have babies.
You really are, though. We all are. That's where the land of the milfs, I'm telling you. It's awesome. Yeah. It's also scary.
I was bred to be bred. I'm like a bitch, like a dog.
I mean,
with I even have the extra nipples to feed all my litter of children.
Good for you. Just in case, backup plan.
Yeah.
The more stories I hear from like couple friends of mine, or just more the older I get, the more conversations sex wise that I hear, the more surprised I am at how many dudes are just unloading in their partners or just the girl they're dating.
Delicious.
Without any fucking like repercussions of it.
Care or yeah. We could do like 5 more minutes if that's okay.
So 5 minutes of fucking and sucking?
Yeah, 5 more minutes of fucking and sucking because, well, you don't get pregnant if you're not ovulating, so it's fine. You just when you track your ovulation. Do you know?
Yeah, and I know that whole window and all that stuff, but
do you know how it works? I've had to explain it like 5 times this week.
Can I try?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so from what I understand, you're only ovulating for about 7 days out of the month, right? And that's usually the window, the 7 days before your period. No. After?
No.
Okay.
So this is, dude, what if I'm wrong?
I don't think you've been using the wrong window.
No, I'm like 99% sure.
Okay, he should be 100.
I should be 100 because I've always been 100. But hearing you say that now I'm like, I'm not sure. Let me Google, but I can't. Okay, so your first day of your period, then next month the first day of your period, that's your cycle. From the first day to the first day of your period.
First day of your period, and then where?
To the first day of your next period.
Oh.
So it doesn't matter.
The whole month.
That's a cycle. That's, let's say, on average, it's like 28 days to 31 days.
But how do you know which cycle is the ovulation one?
Well, I was about to explain. Okay. My dear friend. Okay.
Please, woman.
Yeah. So the first day of your first cycle, the first day of your period to the first day of your next period, in the middle. So let's say it's a 30-day cycle. You'll be ovulating on the 15th day.
Okay.
And then that's when your ovulation starts, and that's when your egg is nice and fertile.
So is it fair to say, I mean, I don't know, because I'm guessing you ovulate like clockwork more or less, or do you have like, do you fluctuate?
Yeah.
So then you should know your days.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, I've talked about this before. When I ovulate, I am on all fours, panting around like a dog or a cat trying to get fucked.
Have you ever heard or read the book Sex at Dawn?
No, I have not.
You should definitely read that book.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, send it to me.
I'll have to get the Christopher Ryan.
Okay.
I'll get the book for you. But I don't know how much time we have. You're going to end it out.
Yeah.
We can talk about it later. But essentially, it talks really deeply about that window you're talking about, where women, when they're ovulating, that's also the time that they're most likely to cheat.
Wow.
So they dress the most scandalous. That's when your best dresses come out, because your boobs are nice and like firm and like plump, because that's right before they get sore with a period, because they've swelled up. And apparently, from what this book talks about, there's certain elements of the female body that are purely sexual, and boobs are one of them. So size has nothing. Purely sexual. No. But like size wise has only to do with sexual attraction. Okay. It has no functionality when it comes to like milk or nursing or anything, right? So that's when they look their best, is when you're ovulating. But that's also when you feel your best. You're like on it. You like you said, you're on all fours. So you're basically like. That's
I have
the whole window right there.
Guy from El Paso that tracks my ovulation cycle, and he hits me up. He fucking found it out. No. And I was gonna ask you for that
too, but I was like, no, let's not put that on the public. Like,
yeah, and then people are gonna fucking.
Then you're just gonna get your DMs are just gonna be banging on.
Yeah, but no, I have a lot of self control. I go on dates with guys, and.
So what's the point of dating then if you know you're gonna be celibate? Or is it just to waste time?
Nihilistic. It's just a waste of
boredom.
No, well, I mean, I'm open. I'm not closed off to like never fucking again. It's just I'm not gonna do it casually. I just go based on feeling. But yeah, I've gone on dates with a couple guys here from El Paso. I'm all talking shit about them.
I was gonna say that too.
I'm all, I fucking hate you, rotten ass motherfucker. No.
So I was on a date.
No. Like for example, my most recent. Should I say?
Recent? How recent?
Couple weeks. Okay, so it's, I mean, no one's gonna know at all who it is. No one, like for sure. So I could talk about it, but I kind of like hooked up with him, but I didn't fucking suck. Oh, I guess I sucked.
Wait, so you did one but not the other.
But let me tell you, actually, I was gonna say a detail that could have maybe like given someone a clue, but he's not fully Mexican. He's mixed with another race, ethnicity, whatever, and not black, if that's what people are thinking. But he actually had probably the biggest penis I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. It was like this big.
Wide.
Vitamin water.
Was this wide or
was this wide?
I was like, damn girl.
But this tall.
That's a win.
No. It was as thick as a fucking vitamin water bottle. And I was like, we were talking about it after, and he tells me that he's hooked up with women.
Were you just talking to his dick directly or him?
The dick. And the dick was like, yes, a lot of women say absolutely not. I am not taking this. And he's like, okay. But some girls take it. And girls
Those are champs.
Yeah, it was insane.
The champs. They deserve a vitamin water after that shit.
Like, here you go. A sponsorship. Dude, I was like, good for you. And then this person has a lot of siblings, and they're all well endowed as well. So I know there's a bunch of well endowed, big cock Mexican men running around. Endowed. Well endowed. Yeah. But that was one. Nice. Another like
was that why you didn't have sex with him?
No, I was actually on my period. He didn't even find that out till he tried to go in there, and I was like, "Oh, my period." Yeah. Like I had no doubt. I actually told him beforehand, "I am not fucking you," and they're like, "That's fine. Everyone's fine with it." I had another date. Had another date with a guy, and we ended up like making out, and I like spat all over him, and And he spat a little bit on me, and we kissed a little, and that's it. Like, it's fine. You could just go on dates and spit on each other and shit. You don't have to suck and fuck. That's what dating's for. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's romantic.
Very.
Do you want to end on spitting?
Maybe. Do you have anything else? I kind of want to go longer.
I know.
Está bien rico, bien a gusto el chisme, amigo.
We're already going.
Yeah.
That's up to you, though. Where do you have to be?
I have to pick up my child.
Can't get in front of that.
Yeah.
To be continued?
Yeah, I guess to be continued. But, yeah, I mean, to all the hoes in El Paso, milfs or not, just please use protection, because these hoes, man, these fucking hoes, these El Paso hoes, you guys know the STD statistics here. They're so horrible. Like, number 1 in chlamydia or something, right? Remember?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I know we're number 1 in something.
Or in AIDS or something. It was bad. It's not
AIDS.
funny.
Is it AIDS?
It was something. Ooh. We will put the statistics.
Yeah. A little, like, credits. That's our credits after.
All the people
everyone with chlamydia in El Paso, just shout out.
I've never had an STD.
Neither have I. Thank God.
That's right.
I get tested because I'm paranoid with that shit.
Oh, I get tested even if I don't fucking suck. That's how crazy I am.
That's just your...
Yeah. Never had an STD. Never had an unwanted pregnancy.
Good for you.
Never been cheated on.
That's what I was trying to get to earlier. Was the whole, like, how dudes are just unloading and, like, their chick or just partners or whatever. That is also where I've lost any belief in a story where the guy says he pulled out, or he claims, like, yeah, we didn't even come close to, like, me coming or whatever. Because I'm convinced the people that do get pregnant, they're trying to get pregnant. Not trying, but, like, they're pushing the bar. They're risking it in a way where... Because I know so many girlfriends of mine where they're like, yeah, I just let him come in me and I didn't have birth control. Yeah, I'm like, you would just let that fucking happen? Like to me, that's crazy, you know? Like, that's probably the scariest STD for me, is having an unwanted child. But
unwanted, definitely.
Unwanted.
Yeah.
But now I'm at the point where, like, let's say it does happen. I'm perfectly fine with it. Okay. I would embrace it in every way, even if it's a woman that I'm, like, disgusted by or something for whatever reason.
Okay, how about this? Next pod, let's write our list, or watch an episode of Indian Matchmaking, please, so we can discuss Netflix, and then you'll see, like, they have a criteria. Okay. Right, let's write a list, what you bring to the table, and then what you would want in a partner.
That's fair.
Yeah, you would do that?
Let's do that.
Okay, well, thank you, Mike.
Well, bye.
It's always so much fun.
It's always fun.
Yeah,
thank you for joining.
We can talk for fucking hours. I never shut the fuck up.
We'll have a name for the pod eventually.
Yeah, I was thinking barefoot.
Barefoot?
But you're not barefoot.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I have ugly feet. You don't want my feet on camera.
No! Go get a penny.
We'll do it on the net. A penny?
A peddy.
Oh, a peddy.
Yeah. I have a lot of allergies. My voice is all fucked up.
Yes, the guy's not helping either. Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, have a good day.
But, okay, yeah. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.